KSP multiplayer, seeing if we can orbit as our goal right now. So the and I think where my face is now, it'll cover up some of the research stuff, but I think general gameplay, it's okay. Alright, so now, we want to remember what we wanted to do last time. I think it was, I might have had too many wings. Let's look at the ship we had last. I think we didn't have wings. By the way, how's the volume for the game? For me, it's a little loud, actually. I might see if I can turn that down a little bit. Can I access the menu from here? I don't think I can, actually. It's interesting. Okay, well, I'll come back to that. Or just the menu. No. Nope. Okay, great. I'll come back to it. Alright, so it's all good for you. So I'll adjust it for me in a little bit. So I forget exactly... Hey, Monica, how's it going? Team Cat is here. So we need to... I wanted to adjust something. I can't remember what happened at the last launch. It was like a week ago for me. I think that I couldn't really rotate it. Maybe I wanted to add wings to this. I think that might have been a thing. So let's add some wings. We'll increment the number, and then we'll just see what happens. So let's add some wings right about here, and then we'll see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and make this be the basket. What is that, 13? Oh, I'm sure this one's going to go well. And we'll watch. Let's see how we do. So we'll throttle up, turn on SAS, and go. So I think that where I place the wings, there might be a slight rotation. No, maybe not. It's just kind of hovering a little bit. So what I'm going to try and do is, as I go up, I'm going to try and tilt a little bit. Ideally, as it rocks back to 90 degrees is when I'll do the tilt. I don't really know why it's rocking back and forth. Hey, Jan.com, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I got new layouts and stuff. One of the streamers I watch over on Twitch, Blossoming Sun, she put them together for me. So we are doing pretty good so far. We'll see after we drop these. We'll see if I'm too lopsided. We'll see. But we're actually making it pretty far up. I might try to rotate some more. I'm nervous that I'm going to do a somersault, and I'm also kind of on a weird angle here. Well, this is weird, but I guess I'm still kind of at 90, maybe? I don't really know. I guess I'm sticking to 90. Okay, so now I'm kind of rotating. I'm going to I think cut the engines. Take a look. Oh, how far am I going to get? So I need to go a little bit more. Okay, so let's go ahead and throttle up. Now hit spacebar. We're going to throttle up and keep... I guess I want to rotate some more, but I'm in the wrong... I need to rotate back over to 90. Try to stick to that, although it's going to be pretty tough. Let's try to adjust a little bit, if we can. Can we rotate some more? You gonna let me do it? I mean, I guess I'm still going up. So I guess we'll dump this engine, and then we can add a maneuver in a little bit. So we're still going up. This is still going up, so that's good. Well, when we drop all this stuff, we will we'll adjust our stuff. So that's still going. We're gonna go. Let's go ahead and cut the engines just so we can add a maneuver. Yeah, it's pretty far out there. So I'm actually, this is very promising for me. I think we're going to, it might be a little far out, a little far more out than I need to be. But this looks pretty doable. Let me see if I can adjust these different little things, and then see if I can get these a little bit more closer together. That's what I'm aiming for. So 300, so that's still not great. But we can adjust that. I mean, that'll be good for an orbit. So let's see what we have. So it's going to be a minute burn. So it's not too bad. Hey, Pudsy! You are up late. So we're going to click on the maneuver button, which is going to rotate our ship to point towards the maneuver. Is my goal. Welcome, everybody. We're playing some KSP. I'm trying to get to an orbit is my goal right now. My maneuver that I have to do is in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, so I can speed up time. I'm just going to try and get to the maneuver first. And then I don't want to run out of energy, so let's double check these little things. You can't quite see it because my face is in the way, but I have quite a bit. So I think I'll be good for now. I will go ahead and speed up time, which I think is comma. Nope, it's period. So we're going to speed up time until this gets a little further. And then I want to slow it down, slow it down. Okay, we'll go a little bit faster. Okay. So now I want to not hit spacebar. Not spacebar. No, yeah, it's basically I'm doing space flight. I played it some before, but I'm not real good at it. Right now we're locked on, we're trying to orbit. So we've gotten up into space. Once this gets to 0, I'm going to throttle up like crazy, not hit spacebar. And then hopefully we'll make our maneuver. So once this goes all the way down, we're going to hit, hopefully we don't run out of fuel before that happens. But once this gets all the way down, we're going to hit X to, yeah, if you want to, I think, Wolf, if you want to actually add a command, I think you have power to do that. You can make a command that's relevant to science. So I think like we're going to have enough fuel, which is awesome. We're going to get to an orbit. I don't think I'll have enough necessarily to get to the Mun, which is the moon in this game. But we'll try that out. I'm a little bit away from my keyboard because there's a dog in front of me. There's another dog that's over there. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna have enough fuel. We're gonna get to an orbit. We'll see what sort of what it will cost to. Okay, so now I think that means we just hit an orbit. So let's go ahead and kill that. We still have some fuel left. That's exciting. Let's take a look at our orbit. What we have. So we have, yeah. So we're definitely, as long as you're out 100,000 meters, then it'll work. Looking at the commands that you added. What's the... I think the Mun was supposed to be pronounced... there we go. Yeah, that's what I want. Good job. Science. The Mun... I pronounce it Mun. Is that not how people pronounce it? It's a moon, but its name is Mun, I think is kind of how it works. Okay, so look at this. We're orbiting, and it's actually not too bad. I think this is... Yeah, this is the Mun. There's a bunch of somebody else's ships over there. So, now, I need to remember how to do this. This is going to be exciting. So we want to try to get to a maneuver that will... So this is rotating this way, and my little ship is somewhere in here. This guy. So I'm going to guess... Let's just suppose that I want to make a maneuver here. And we will see what happens when we add stuff. So don't, if this is really wrong, just don't tell me. And we will see what happens. So I'm trying to add a maneuver to hopefully... Oh, actually, there's a... Okay, so I can add a maneuver here. And then I can actually drag it around, I think, is how this works. Yeah. I was watching Scody do this. So, okay, so that will loop around to have a Mun encounter. That's only a 24-second burn. I think I can do that. Hey, the Jumping Fox, welcome to the stream. We are playing some KSP. So that's only a 24-second burn. But let's see if we can do a little bit better, because this is still looping around and then getting it. So maybe if we move it a little further this way. So let's try and get that maneuver back up. So if we... Oh, you can use your mouse wheel on these things. That's cool. So this is still getting it on the way out. It's not quite what I want. So let's try to tweak this a little bit. And if I can get it on the way over here, that might be less of a... It's still 24 seconds. Okay. Hey, Nemson. Welcome to the stream. Playing some KSP. We're trying to get to the Mun. I'm trying to see if I can optimize without Scody or anybody, or I guess SP or anybody that's played this game before, without them telling me how. I'm trying to just sort of play around a little bit and seeing if yeah, this is, oh, actually this burn, oh no, this burn is coming up in a while, so I have plenty of time. At regular time, it's going to be 37 minutes, so I have all lunchtime to play around with this maneuver. So what we're working on now is I'm just trying to finagle with these to see if I can adjust these. So if that would be an encounter, and then I would go off into nowhere, and that's 20. Okay, so backseat rocketry, yeah. So that I guess it didn't really help. What I was hoping for is something where it would like encounter, and then but one where it wouldn't cost as much. So if I go like this, so those people not familiar with this game as much, so the Mun's going to come along here, and I'm trying to maneuver, add a plan into my course, and this tells me how long I'll actually have to burn. And then, so I'm going to exit the orbit of this, and then go around, and then I end up getting pulled into the gravity of this. That's the purple section. So at that point, I'd have to adjust my maneuver so that I'm going to loop around the planet. Or I guess, if I'm just trying to do science on the outside of it, I don't really need to orbit, I don't think, the planet. So we're going to go with this. So let's peel on over to the maneuver node, and then we'll turn that off. I actually still have quite a lot of fuel. Maybe I'll keep it on. I guess clicking on that again didn't do anything. Alright. Honestly, I haven't played around with the maneuver. Okay. The Jumping Fox sent you. Cool. Thank you, Jumping Fox, for sending them some. Alright, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything else in chat while I was trying to figure out my maneuver. We have a E equals MC squared times basket. That sounds good to me. Auto-saving. Alright, cool. So, now we're going to speed up time. Get closer to this maneuver. We're not going to hit spacebar at the wrong time. So we actually speed up quite a bit, because we have to burn through quite a bit of time. Looks like we're in the sun now. Eventually we'll get solar panels, so that'll help with this energy. But when the rockets actually burn, it'll be better. If you can, if you really want to turn off using the maneuver or the other controls, you could turn off SAS Buddy. I'll turn off SAS Buddy. Just kidding. No, yeah, I guess that's true. If I'm lower on fuel, although now it's actually stopped using up my fuel, and I'm quickly approaching the time, so let's adjust how fast we're going. Not gonna hit spacebar. In fact, actually, let's do this. There. I added an extra maneuver spot between now and ejecting, or I don't know what I just did actually. I think I made it safer that I won't. There we go. So now I want to eject the engines. Okay, I want to not go too fast now. Go a little bit faster. Okay, now we're not. I'm going to shift is what we're going to hit, and then we're going to throttle up right now. So we're going to throttle up, and then I'm going to hit X at the end of this. I think it looks like we still have fuel. I think we'll have enough fuel to get back, probably. We'll see. Yeah, I think so. I think so. So once we actually get to the encounter of the Mun, we can do some science and then come back. So we're going to kill it. We are going to encounter the Mun. Awesome. And then if we don't do anything after we encounter it, we're going to shoot off into Nowhere Land. So we're going to shoot off all the way over here and eventually escape Kerbin. And then I don't know what happens after that. We don't want to do that. But we can go ahead and speed up time now. So we're going to fly all the way over to where the Mun is. And actually, while I'm here, I have a few redundant sciencey things on my ship. So let's do a... Oh, that's why I have some. I added a bunch of batteries on here. We're gonna log the temperature out here in space, and then we're going to observe this goo in outer space. And then we'll go ahead and we can only do that once, I think. So we'll close that up. And now, I can turn that off, like my buddy was saying, just so it doesn't use up any power, because I don't need to worry about my maneuver a little bit. Actually, okay, yeah. So now what we can do, I'll wait till we actually get around the Mun. What class is this guy? 5 stars? I don't know what that means. He's a pilot. Is that what your answer is? Yeah, he's a newbie, a student teacher. Okay, so we're going to speed up time. Yeah, what kind of classes can they be? What does that do for you? All right, maybe don't go that fast. How does the speeding up work with So what's funny is we're approaching here, but like the Mun, because we're able to do all these maneuvers and stuff. It's actually like it knows the Mun's going to be over here, and then like how it's all going to work out. It's pretty cool. So I guess the 13 is this. What happens to 13? Apollo 13. We I forget when it goes bad. They never land on the Mun, and all of a sudden something breaks and. Okay. Anyway, so now that we are in the Mun's, so we're kind of in a weird. So this might be bad. We'll see. Because our approach is nearly on course, but not quite. So we're doing this weird loopy thing. So we want to, let's say, here, we'll add a maneuver. I don't really need to orbit. Although if I do, then that'll give me more options. That's going to intersect. We don't want that. Okay, let's move this. Is that intersecting? What's the current... I think it's still going to stay above it. not positive. Okay, so this, I think, will orbit the Mun. This side's going to be fairly close on this over here. That's a lot of numbers. What are all these numbers for? I just want... Alright, let's look at this. So it's... I wonder why there's 2 there. That's weird. So I think this will be fairly safe. I think we'll be okay. And then we can orbit the Mun, do some science, not be freaked out. So what does the burn look like on this? 5 seconds. I could do that. Let's turn on SAS. Point to the maneuver. It's in 1 hour. So just come back in 1 hour and 28 minutes. Just kidding. I'll speed it up. Alright. So once we get to the maneuver, I'll go ahead and speed up time. And we'll see what happens. It's only a 5-second burn, so that's not too bad. Our batteries are still doing good, and then they'll recharge once we actually fire for this maneuver. I'm going to go bake a cake. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to speed up time, burn off some of this weight. Okay. Alright, a little more. Alright. I don't want to go too quick. Otherwise that'd be bad. Alright. Coming up. I'm on it. Whoa, it's the Mun. The cake is a lie. I like this chat overlay. It's pretty cool. Hopefully we won't run into the mun. That would be a shame. Let's go a little closer. Okay, now we're actually in orbit of the mun. Or, well, we're in, not orbit. We're in an encounter with the mun, or whatever it's called, when the camera shifts like that. So we're going to go a little bit more to get to this maneuver, so we can get to our orbit. And it's dark, so I have no idea if I'm about to run into the planet. Hopefully we're not going to. Let's go a little bit more, faster. Okay, slow down, a little faster. Alright, we're coming up on it. Once we get closer, I'm going to move over to the shift key, not the spacebar. I've had too many times where I hit the spacebar instead. Alright, now we're at 20 seconds regular time. It would be a shame to see Basket explode in the mun. Alright, and then we're going to get ready with X as well, because it's a pretty short burn. So shift to speed up, and then X to kill it. And go. So now I think we are in orbit, and I'm killing it. Okay, so now let's see what we have. M. We are now in an orbit of the mun. So that side's a little far out, but it's far out, man. Let's turn off SAS, just so we conserve on some battery. I'm gonna colonize the mun. Okay. Somebody could be stuck in the mun. I'm not really sure. Yeah, he is. Okay, so now we're here. Let's go ahead and do some science. So we're going to do all the sciencey things. We want to make sure we don't reset the one that we've already done. So we are in observation in space near the mun. So it doesn't say we're in orbit, but that might be fine. I don't think it matters. I'm going to do some temperature. Oh, we want to... Okay, I want to make sure I wasn't redoing the same one. Look at the temperature data. Oh, display. Interesting. Log it. Let's do a crew report. And let's do an EVA. Just so I don't lose this guy. He's going to stay right here. We're going to have him do some sciencey stuff. If you run out of fuel, you can EVA and push the vessel home. Yeah. Now he's there, so I'm going to go ahead and pop back in. Yeah. Go ahead and hop in. And then I feel like there was something else I could do. This guy. Let's observe the materials bay. Lots of science. And I think that's it. I think it's all the things. Okay. So now let's go ahead and close this. And plan a maneuver to get home. So he's currently going around this way. So let's suppose here we want to add a maneuver. Let's suppose here we want to add a maneuver. That's escaping the mun and going nowhere. Okay. What if we... What is this? I think we want to have it out more over here, maybe. So that's a... Oops. Are you bringing all the science modules back to Kerbin, or are you ejecting them? I'm keeping them all. I have... on this ship, assuming that it doesn't break apart on my re-entry, I have a heat shield on the bottom of the Science Junior. So, let's see. I'm assuming if I rotate this around a bit, it makes it worse. Yep. Okay. Okay, so we have this. We have kind of a weird orbit, which is definitely causing a little bit of a problem. But this at least will get us in orbit of that at a ridiculous distance away. Okay, let me... how much time do I have before this burn? Okay, 19 minutes. So we got time. Let's play around. suppose I wanted to fix my orbit. I think I can do that. So I just want to fix my orbit around this. What sort of things might I pull on this thing? Alright, let's make a new... Well, I guess I don't need to make a new one. So I got here, I just need to figure out how to play around with these to make an orbit that's a little bit closer than really, really far away. How far am I away right now? I guess maybe that's not... I mean, that's still an orbit. I guess those numbers look really big, but I guess I'm already that further away than that. Anyway. What sort of things... Yeah. I don't have the quote... I don't think I have quote thing turns on, actually. Well, okay, so I could... What's the burn on this? 6 seconds. I don't have a lot of fuel, though. But that at least get me in an orbit. But I feel like that might get me into the wrong spot. So let's play around some more. Let's see if I can get a maneuver that will be a little better. Probably safer not to have quote stern on, yeah. Probably. Okay, so that one's quite a bit closer. And that's still a 6-second burn. Interesting. I think I might go with that. There's an unknown object over there. I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so we're going to turn on SAS. Navigate to the maneuver node. I'm going to add an extra step just in case I screw up. On Apollo 13 is like when he was really tired and he would add like a sticky note onto the button that would eject everybody else, and he saying like, you know, don't click on this. That's sort of what this is. Because in case I screw up, it's kind of my sticky note saying don't kill everybody else. Okay, so Apollo or Basket 13, whatever 13. We're going to there's a dog ear flicking my leg. Too much for dreaming. Okay, we're gonna speed up time. We're gonna get over to the maneuver time. We'll go a little faster. Basket case. Yeah, right. That's what I should call it, actually. I'm gonna start renaming them. The moon crash. All right, we're gonna speed up time a little more. Actually, Scody, what buttons do I hit to get rid of the UI and then screenshot? Do you know? Because this would be a great thumbnail. It's probably F keys, but I don't want to hit the wrong things. Yeah, F something, right? Exactly. But which one? Scody, stop working. F2. F2 brings out the UI. Great. F3. Okay, good. I'm glad that didn't break everything. What's F1? What happens if I hit F1? Will everything break? F2 brings out... Okay, and then what screenshot? No. F1 activates the wormhole engine. It could be. Make sure I'm not... Okay, I still have 6 minutes to figure out what the screenshot button is. Alright, we're just going to try F keys, I guess. F1. Did that do anything? No. F4. Okay, so F1 did do it? It just didn't tell me? Okay, well, we'll see. Either way, I have it in the video, so... Okay, great. Great picture. Now we're going to do a speed up time. Get closer to the maneuver. It's 6 seconds, and then we're in an orbit of the Kerbal, but not very close to it. So then we're going to try to add maneuver to actually land. We'll see how that goes. There's also, yeah, I just want the regular Kerbal one, or the regular KSP screenshot. Okay, so we're coming up on the time. Don't overrun it. Concentrate on the time. Okay, we're gonna slow down a little bit more, and some more in a second. Once we're down in 10 seconds, 15 seconds, I mean. So spacebar is not what we want to click. Shift is what we want to use. Jan, why didn't you tell us earlier? Oh, the wormhole. Yeah, I could have gotten there a lot quicker. All right, then we want to do X is the stop going. So go. And then X. Okay. What do we have? We have a whoop and then a Kerbal thing. So now we will go ahead and speed up time. So we're going to zoom by here. And then... Whoa, that's really zooming. Alright, we can zoom a little fast. That's fine. So we're going to leave this, and now all of a sudden, we're now in orbit around Kerbal in a really weird manner. Very slowly. But let's go ahead and slow down time. You're going to totally make it. Yeah, I think at least the top probably will, as long as I don't screw up something else. Okay, so now we want to... This is the closest point. Over here. And so I think this is where I want to add the maneuver. So that I land. And that brings me closer. But I want to go even closer. I can't really see over there. No. Okay. In this case, you're not a fan of this plan. You're thinking maybe further this way, and I can adjust my angle as I come in. That might make more sense. That might take less fuel. I mean, this will work if I had more fuel. All right, let's assume that you guys are trying to tell me that I should do this. Maybe. Burning at the closest point is the most inefficient solution. Literally. Okay. So you're saying here is actually a better spot to burn. That's interesting. I mean, maybe. What you said didn't necessarily mean that, but let's see what happens. Let's give it a try. So the other way. So that intersects. And I believe you were saying that steep is actually better. A steep entry is better. So let's make sure that we're not using up our SAS right now, because we want to make sure we have enough battery, so we don't die on our way in. That looks pretty promising to me. Okay, I'm gonna try for this. We're gonna do it. It's only a 4-second burn. I think we could probably do that. So we're gonna maneuver to the thing, and then if you guys just come back in 2 days and 3 hours and 19 minutes, just kidding. I'm sure that joke will never get old. We're gonna point to this. I guess I really need to point to it right now because it's gonna be a while before I get there. So you can just spin. That's fine. Is there any sciencey things? Is this like really far out in space? I guess now that I'm spinning, it's kind of annoying. Oh, good. More science. Okay. Let's go ahead and speed up time. So we're burning up time very quickly. Whoa, that was really, really quickly. Good news, bad news. We have to go around again. Your mission just got a little bit longer, buddy. Right. Wow, it really speeds up time when you speed up time. Okay, so now I want to get back to this. Okay, so it like slows down a lot over here, but then speeds up quite a bit. Okay, so now we are... Luckily I didn't have SAS on during all this, because then I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, so now we're coming up on... Well... Okay. It no longer knows how to do the maneuver. Can I reset the time in the maneuver? Alright, let's make a new maneuver. Because it's like, well, you missed it by a lot of time. So we're going to bring it a little lower, till eventually the PE is no longer there, because we're intersecting. Alright, there we go. 4-second burn in an hour. Crash into that asteroid. Oh, that'd be exciting, wouldn't it? If you click on your blue orbit, you can say warp here to a specific point. Oh, really? No, I can't. Maybe. I'm sure I can. I'm just not doing it right. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and speed up time, but not in a stupid way. I think I lapped the whole thing a few times. Or we speed up time a little bit. Click on my blue orbit. Alright. Gotta have the blue... Little blue circle... doohickey. Okay, I don't know what you mean. That's right. Okay, so we're going to speed up time a little more. Good thing they have an infinite amount of... Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's one thing that'd be cool to add is, like, having to worry about food and all that other stuff. Maybe that's in career mode. Okay, so as we get a little closer, I'm going to turn on SAS again, and we're going to try to get to this maneuver. I'm not going to shoot over it again. A little faster, I guess. Doot, 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 doot. Okay, that's good. I'm going to get to turn this on, get to my maneuver. There's a mod to do that. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll think about adding mods in the future. Also, patrons, if you haven't already gotten the email or noticed in Discord chat, there is a poll up for the patron Tuesday stream, tomorrow's stream. Not a big deal. It is the same blue circle as you have in the other orbit to get a maneuver. Not a big deal. Yeah, if I can figure it out, it'd be cool. But I guess for now, I'll just do this. See if I can find it out some other time. I'm not sure what to click on to make it come up. If you have a maneuver going, you're not able to do it, maybe? I don't know. Okay. Getting a little closer. I don't want to screw this up. For YouTube, this is a really long episode all of a sudden. That's fine. Alright. We're on 10 seconds, minutes. And then we're going to slow it down. Speed up a little more. Life support, I mean. Oh, the life support? Yeah. Okay. Once we get down to about 15, I'm going to move back to regular time. Now Shift and X. Shift and X. Shift and X. We can do it, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. And stop. M is for crashing into the mun. Actually, Kerbal. So, there we go. Let's look at red. Let's look at chat. You should be able to, but KSP is weird sometimes. Oh, I see. Okay. You're saying I should have been able to do clicking on this somehow. And I think SP, you were talking about you had a mod to bring up the nav ball in this flight, but you can do that here just by clicking on this thing. I think that's what you were saying. All right, let's go ahead and turn off SAS so we can conserve our battery. And let's get a little closer. We don't want to go too quick, but we also aren't moving. There we go. We are moving. And it'll actually, this is the slow point, and then it'll speed up as it gets closer. That's how that works, I think. I'm no rocket scientist, but I think that's how it works. So we made it to the Mun. You mean a Kerbal engineer? Yes. Oh, actually, let's come back to our ship. I don't want all of this. I don't want a bomb anymore. So I have enough fuel. I think I'm good to drop it. We're going to bring up SAS. Let me think. I think I can just drop it. But I don't really want to have it behind me. Let's turn SAS. If I point prograde, I think then that will I guess while I'm thinking about this, I'm using up energy. No, I'm not. Okay, good. If I point prograde, I think that will mean I'm pointing towards the planet, and then I can, if I dump it, it'll be behind me. Let's try that. Prograde. Where's the symbol? That is the I don't know what that is. Anyway. So let's see if that makes sense. Where is the planet? Well, I guess I'm far away from everything. Alright, so I think I can hit spacebar. That's the idea. That was anticlimactic. Oh no, that's right, because I had these extra steps. So I want to hit it again. So that was that extra step. Now we do one more time. Okay, good. Now I want to hit retrograde. And I actually want to close these doors before I re-enter. But I got a little ways to do that. So now we're going to turn on SAS, turn off SAS, just so we don't burn power. And then we're going to head in. So let's speed up time. Yeah. There's like a delay for speeding up time, so I feel like it's not going very fast, and then all of a sudden it's going very fast. And I'm assuming here is still basically the same other science I've done, but let's double check, because I think I have... Oh no, I only have 2 thermometers. How many goo canisters do I have? I think I have 3. So you already have stuff. You have stuff, and you have stuff? Interesting. Review data, review data. Okay, I guess I already did 3 goos. I don't remember doing that, but... okay, good. Let's close these doors. I didn't realize they were open. Moment of truth, guys. Let's speed up time a little bit, get a little closer. Here we come. So the it's definitely a steep entry, which is, you were saying the other day, was good. Get the kettle on. We're coming in. All right, let's go into here. We don't need that open. Give Jan a cup of coffee. Where's the, oh, there's. I was like, it's got to be right here somewhere. Yeah, I want to land there. Do you get extra science if you land there? I wonder. Okay, so we're still pretty far out. So I'm going to wait to turn on SAS. I'm not going to hit spacebar. That would be really bad. Who said steep entry is good? Shut up. No, not steep. The opposite of steep. Yeah. What's the opposite of steep? A gradual entry. Re-entry is good. That's what I meant. Shallow. Thank you. Yes, a shallow entry is good. Because you have more time to burn up speed or whatever. I don't know. We'll see if everything blows up. As we start re-entering a little bit. Shallow. Yeah. He beat you to it. So there's a heat shield in the bottom. I have a parachute. We're going to wait till it turns yellow. Just to double check with everybody in the peanut gallery. Yellow is still good for... Oh no, it's more about speed. What was the... If I hover over it, will that tell me things about... No. I want to know... when I should deploy it. How do I find out information on the parachute? I think it's when it turns yellow, but it's also based on the speed here. So, because I don't know how to pull up that stats. Does anyone know what speed they support? By chance? The parachute information is on the wiki. Oh, that's useless. Okay. Okay. 250. So once this gets to 250 / when this is yellow or green, we will deploy it. We won't hit spacebar before then. We will turn on SAS, which is T. We will turn to retrograde. A little bit. I guess we can start it now. And then I might turn off this just to be safe. Above that is risky. Okay. So 250. So for now, we'll just float a little bit. Once we start re-entering, which I think is as we come into this thing, I'll turn on SAS, get us to retrograde, and hope. We'll just hope. So not hitting spacebar. We're slowly coming in. Still got a little ways to go, but I don't really want to speed up time because this is important. I will drink some coffee and watch the little atmosphere icon. I don't really know when this starts. And then wherever we land, we might be able to do like a store some results and then like hop out and EVA or whatever. I feel like that's a thing. Although, yeah, let me think. There's some trickery that that SP was having me do before. Although I think we might land in the water. Ah, or those mountains. I'm sure that'll be good. I'll roll down those mountains. Yeah, bye. Guess I gotta plan that a little different. But too late. I think I don't know when the fire starts. I feel like I want to turn SAS now. Retrograde. I believe having stuff between the heat shield and the pod is very picky on your re-entry angle. Okay. I'm being hosted by ScottyBot. Welcome, ScottyBot. Beep boop bop bop. Beep boop beep. That's bots for thank you, ScottyBot. So we'll see. Right now we are. This is the. I don't know what that symbol means. I'm sure that's bad. That's probably bad stuff. Right. So I had a heat shield, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. So if you are getting overheated temperature symbols, try nudging it a bit. Nudging it. I discovered having stuff between the heat shield and the pod is very picky on your re-entry angle. Okay, so maybe I'm not sure how else I could really adjust that. Let's look at our science stuff. We didn't transmit any of that, so we don't get any of it. Let's see if we can get solar panels, and then we can just try to do science remotely. And never land again. Space station. I blew up. I was re-entering. I was on retrograde. A little bars came up saying, "Oh, I'm really warm, I'm really warm, I'm really warm," and then... So, that happened. Okay, so, yeah. Science happened. Alright, let's go into space station. I had a moment of silence for... Oh, is that who I just died? I didn't really remember their name. So I just got this, which is battery packs. And stuff. Thank you for the science. We don't have enough for solar panels. Is it solar panels even? No. But we do have big battery packs, so I guess we could transmit science that way. And they recharge as you run the engines. Let's see. Is there anything... So we can do this row. Is there anything here we want? I don't think so. So I like that same ship. I don't know if I'll really necessarily change anything. Oh, there are solar panels in this thing? Oh, if I don't... Yeah, they have fancy names for solar panel. Okay. So, but yeah, I can't get that quite yet.